this sucks. We got another green fire this time. The hits keep on coming in California. This is in Monterey County, another absolutely beautiful area of the country. There is a fire right now that has been going on at the Moss Landing power plant. Now, the Moss Landing power plant was a gas plant. It had large tower. It has it's kind of like a landmark there, the towers that they have there, but it's being converted. Was bought by this company called Vistra Energy, and Vistra. It's actually 10% of it's owned by BlackRock, just so you know. Vistra Energy is converting it slowly but surely to a lithium-ion battery plant. This is part of California's green dreams for renewable energy. This is a massive, let's put this in perspective. This is a massive plant. You're talking about, okay, this is 50. Wow. And it's the size. You're talking tens of thousands of lithium ion batteries. I'm doing a lot of homework on this morning, people, and putting it together. The interesting thing is this, and follow along here. It stores 750 megawatts. 750 megawatts is enough power for about 562,000 homes for up to 4 hours. Now, 750 megawatts. All right, again, California says it's going to need 52,000 megawatts of energy storage. I'm sorry, people. I'm going to pull out the calculator here in real time. Okay. 52,000 divided by 750. They're going to need 70 more of these type of plants just to keep up with their green dreams of solar and windmill and renewables powering the energy grid in California. This is an environmental disaster. Okay, this fire is going to burn for days. For days. There's nobody fighting the fire. You cannot fight this fire. Can't fight it. It's going to burn for days, and everything coming out of it's toxic. They're evacuating everyone from the area. I want to remind everybody, haven't been to that area of Monterey in the country. It is a big agricultural area as well. So what's grown there? Strawberries, lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, Brussels sprouts, celery. Also have a lot of livestock and chickens as well. This is all going to affect that. Just so you know. I don't know if the government is going to, poo-poo it, allow all of this stuff to continue to be shipped, but you're talking lithium, you want to call it fallout, lithium ion fallout from your green frickin' dreams. You're putting together, you're building plants that you can't put out. The fire's just going to go until all of the energy is used up. This is where we're at today, people. This is the nonsense. This is the destruction of this whole climate, green, renewable bullshit. The biggest financial scam in the history of this country. Do you understand? It's over. Okay? Who in the world, who in California is going to want to live next to one of these? Who? Another 70 of them need to be built. Now, again, the government will probably lie to you. Again, there's a lot of big money behind this. Again, BlackRock, big, State Street, other big investment firms behind all this. Got to get subsidies, got to build more of these ridiculous power plants with batteries. Nuclear and gas. For crying out loud, people. What is wrong with you? Did you just see what you did? I'm pulling my hair out with this crap. I really am. And the bullshit's everywhere. Here was a story. Professors at Syracuse and Duke said this week that President-elect Donald Trump's pro-fossil fuel policies could exacerbate the wildfires in California. We well know that Trump does not accept the science of climate change and the reality of climate change. He's very dismissive of it. This guy's name is Robert Wilson. Okay, he is an associate professor at Syracuse University, my alma mater's geography and the environment department. There was no department when I went to Syracuse. The geography and environment department. See, geography, you go to school and you study maps. Well, what exactly do you do with that? I'm just curious. I mean, it was fun when we were like in elementary school and middle school. Environment. So basically, this fellow, Robert Wilson, his entire life and career is based upon a lie. And there's a lot of people walking around the earth right now that are fully all in this bullshit. Fully vested, okay? Fully vested in this bullshit. He goes on, certainly I've seen no news account over the past week where he's acknowledged that climate change has played a role in making the wildfires in California worse. You are a professor and you don't know what the flip you're talking about. Who? How has climate change, Robert Wilson? This thing about these climate people, they just say shit. They make me, again, I make my head want to. They just say crap and they don't back it up with any facts. It drives me absolutely berserk. And you give them a platform. Might you ask, how? We went through the California climate and fires and the history of what has taken place here. And this guy's a geography freaking professor. He doesn't freaking know. And then there's Biden. Biden, again, it's not Biden, it's Obama. Again, there's so much money being made on this bullshit. Biden presidencies now have an executive order that they want to accelerate the build out of both green energy and data centers for artificial intelligence. Okay, let me put this into perspective. Microsoft is going to spend $80 billion. $80 billion on AI data centers this year. Now, these data centers are going to need 10 times more power than New York City. Now, I lived in New York. Everybody familiar with New York City? You know the light, you can see it. You're not seeing any stars anywhere near it. A lot of electricity being used in New York City. These data centers, 10 times the power of New York City. Now, Biden says, well, you can build these data centers. We're going to open up federal lands. I'm not kidding. You know what his caveat is? Do you know what his caveat is? You have to be supplied with renewable energy. Now, what did I just say? That power plant could provide energy, massive battery plant, Moss Landing, 562,000 homes for 4 hours. How many homes are in New York City? I couldn't even begin to tell you. Apartments, buildings, restaurants, whatever it may be. Do you have any idea? We would have to basically, it's like the show Yellowstone. We'd have to just tear down all the national parks up there and just put up solar cells, and that wouldn't be enough. And that wouldn't be enough. This is, again, one of the biggest financial frauds and scams in the history of the world. And it needs to be called out every single time. Every single time somebody starts talking about issues, you're full of shit. I know I've sworn a lot here on this podcast, and I don't like doing that, but I'm irate. I'm irate by this. God willing, people, it'll end. Okay? It'll end. The stupidity will end. People will wake up and say, well, wait a second here. How is this going to work? How is it possible? WatchDog on wallstreet.com.